Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnnie's Bite. It's day 2 of our 40-day fast. We call it the Lenten season. And I want to encourage you, while you do your personal prayers, also pray for Ghana, pray for our leaders, pray for our communities, show a lot more compassion, have mercy. If you have goodies, share some, and do a lot of good around this time. It's important that you do, and stick with your scriptures and pray so that God Almighty himself will guide you through it. I wish you a very, very blissful and fruitful Lenten season. This morning, I want to also tell you quickly about the Gobe Festival. It's happening on the 16th of March, 2024. And same location, that's the Tetekwashi Interchange, that big park there. Last year, it was very, very amazing. This year, you have to be there to be part of the Gobe Festival. And all your favorite Gobe joints, all your favorite Yoketatale joints, all your favorite Gareni Dia joints, they will be there. So you cannot miss it. They will all be there. And if you are a vendor, 053-1100-927 and 053-2200-927. Make that call right now and get your stand there to sell your gobe and all that can be enjoyed along with gobe. Also, if you want to get on as a sponsor, 053-1100-927 and 053-2200-927. It's important that you do. But yesterday was Valentine's Day, and a lot of things have happened. Yesterday, the president showed some people love. Yesterday, he did not show some people love. He asked them to take a back bench and go and sit down. But yesterday also was when we had a lot of love letters, and we'll share some with you. Today is Thursday, so we'll do a bit of throwback and mixing and matching here and there. Let's go to Closak, shall we? Let's go to Closak. And there's a letter that I want to read for you, and it is related to the Municipal Chief Executive for Tamale Central. No, Municipal Chief Executive for Tamale. Now, he wants to become the Member of Parliament for Tamale Central constituency. I'm told, per the information I have from credible sources, that he assaulted a member of Closak. And the reason for the assault was when he went to confront the gentleman over some transfer that has happened. And perhaps he was not happy about the transfer. Closak is asking for its members to stay away. And when we read the letter, we'll get an understanding. I am shocked, first of all, that somebody who wants to lead the people as Member of Parliament, represents the people. He's already representing the people. And his picture is there, find it for me. He's already representing the people as MC. He wants to further lead them as Member of Parliament of the ticket of the MPP. And he's already beating up the people that he's supposed to be leading. So you ask yourself the question, as head of the security committee for the municipality, is this how to conduct yourself? Yes. As head of security for the municipality, is this how to conduct yourself? A few days ago, the National Media Commission boss, a veteran journalist and a lawyer, Yaboe Dwyer, got into some banter with the GJA president because he says that the press had blacklisted some politicians, Hawa Kumsin and former Vice President Aliu Mohammed's son. And he was not happy. Now they have moved away from the journalists and they are beating civil servants. Read the letter, 14th of February, 2024. Regional Closak Secretariat the Metropolitan and then the Closag Northern Region. It says, assault of Suleiman Yakubu Tikuma, Regional Environmental Health Officer, by Honorable Sule Salifu. What he did is not honorable. We can't be calling him honorable. Sule Salifu is his name. Tamale Metropolitan Chief Executive. We waited for 9 months to get this man in office. He has recently won the primaries to contest as Member of Parliament for Tamale Central. His first thing to do is to beat people because he disagrees with them. We have received a brief and an update from the Northern Regional Secretariat of the Civil and Local Government Staff Associations, Ghana, CLOSAG, on a case of assault on one of the members, Suleiman Yakubu Tikuma, Regional Environmental Health Officer at the Tamale Regional Coordinating Council, by the Honorable Sule Salifu, Tamale Metropolitan Chief Executive. After the Honorable Regional Minister had intervened, and it was agreed at a meeting that 1, the Metropolitan Chief Executive should apologize in writing, and 2, settle all damages he caused. Right? These were what they agreed on. There's a second page, please share it. That says the MCE to date has not complied with the agreement. The posture and demeanor of the Metropolitan Chief Executive are indications that he disrespects lawful advice from the regional minister. Again, it shows by his actions that he does not regret in any way his assault on Mr. Suleiman Yakubu Tikuma, a member of CLOSAG, as the staff of the Northern Regional Coordinating Council and the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly are on the edge and feel insecure and threatened. It is advisable for them to stay away from work until congenial atmosphere is created. It is in this regard, all CLOSAG members in Tamale Metropolitan Assembly, as well as the Northern Regional Coordinating Council, Tamale, are asked to stay at home until further notice, with effect from Monday, the 19th of February, 2024, signed by Isaac Bampuado, Executive Secretary, copied to the Minister for the region, and all of that. My first confusion is how CLOSAG came to literally conceal a crime and agree that assault, which is a crime, when you slap somebody, which is a crime, should not be taken up by the state, as will be investigated by the police, and proper prosecution would happen. But they decided that they were going to have an arrangement for the man to apologize in writing and also to fix all the damages. Will that privilege be given to all citizens? I'm asking CLOSAG a question. When you settle, please put this picture up again. When you settle for less than what you deserve, you get less than what you bargained for. This is the individual who is supposed to be leading by example, who is supposed to be showing the people how to do things, beating people. He is the head of security for the Tamale Municipal Assembly. He wants to go to Parliament to represent his people. Good ambition. Does he have the right temperament for it? I don't know. Has he discharged himself very well? I don't know. I am only asking questions. And now, because of one man, all the people who work at the Regional Coordinating Council, all those people have been asked to stay away from work beginning Monday, the 19th. Should anybody in leadership be worried? Should his appointer be worried? Well, we are told by the Daily Guide, if you read page 3, that the president has traveled to an undisclosed location.
Johnny's Vice.
I didn't write it. The Daily Guide. If you buy a copy, you see it. Because he has gone on an official duty, but he has gone to an undisclosed position. Put the man's picture
Johnny's
there. We should name and shame, because this brazen disregard for law and order must stop. We must begin to make examples of people. It must stop. But I don't blame him. I blame CLOSAG too. Mr. Bampuado knows how I like him, but I blame him too, because they agreed that somebody had committed a crime. Ghana police sat there, they watched. The crime was not reported because there has to be somebody who will report. CLOSAG was supposed to have impressed upon their man to report the crime and then the police will investigate and then carry it through the court processes. Closac failed. So even they are complaining now, they are both accomplices and they are victims as well. Closac is an accomplice to the commission of a crime by the laws of the country. Let's move away from there. Yesterday was World Chocolate Day, National Chocolate Day for us. I want to give you a little throwback. The President of the Republic promised the children of this country some chocolates about 7 years ago at the inception of his government. Just put the press cuttings there for me. And up until now, when you ask the children whether or not they have gotten the chocolate, they say, Grandpa has not brought the chocolate. Because Grandpa promised the children chocolate. And Grandpa also promised the children that they were going to get a warm mug of cocoa drink. But Grandpa has not brought the chocolate.
Johnny's Bite.
And Grandpa had told them that mug of chocolate drink and the bars of chocolate was going to help with the local production and consumption of chocolate, of cocoa as well. And up until now, the children don't have it. And it's a problem. Because now even the children are beginning to doubt what's going on. We are promised chocolate is there. It's there. We were promised. And one of the curtains, please put the curtains up. One of the curtains is from the website of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. One of the curtains is from the website of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. It has the photo of the coordinator who died not so long ago, Mrs. Kwashigan. Not so long ago. So every strata of society, children, able-bodied men and women, old men and women, they have all had their set of deception. Bondholders, there will not be any haircut. We saw the haircut. Young people, we will grow the economy so that you get jobs in excess.
Johnny's Bite.
And then even younger people, we will give you chocolate. So children, mid-age adults, groupies, all of them, they have had their share of it. And it's a worry. It's a very, very big worry. Now, there was something in this country at some point called the Hope Campaign. But before we get to it, a bit of throwback from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on reshuffle and what the essence of a reshuffle really is. A bit of a throwback from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a Facebook post on what a reshuffle actually is and what it's supposed to mean. Because yesterday, the president did a reshuffle. And when I look at the list, you have a lot of young, promising people there. For example, MP for Kankwe South, Dakwa Newman. Amazing young lady, by all standards. You can't take that away from her. Amazing. Now, we are bringing in Dakwa Newman at this time, in this injury time, right? That's when we are tossing in Dakwa Newman at this time. And you ask yourself the question, did President Akufo-Addo not know the potential and capacity of Honorable Dakwa Newman at the time what Adjo Asafo was busy TikToking and dancing and slurring and speaking slangs, as they say to us? Did the president not know? Because Adjo Asafo was out of her office, neglected her duty, her cabinet role for more than a year. Dakwa Newman was in this country. Did the president not know that there was a lady called Dakwa Newman who could have filled that slot for Adjo Asafo? Even worse, after Adjo Asafo was shown the exit, Madame Cecilia Bunadapa was given the caretaker role. She was Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, but she was also given the caretaker role at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. A cabinet role, school feeding program, all those things. Around that same time when we were busy toying with the lives of gender, children and social protection, 19 boys had been sodomized by their social studies teacher, Natoma Otabel, in Kopi. We had to talk about it before prosecution got serious and actually prosecuted him. It took forever for the ministry to issue a common statement. It took forever for them to get help, because in this country, if you're either raped or sodomized, or if you're either defiled, you, the victim, will have to bear the cost for it. And these are children who did not have money. Their parents did not have money. At the time when the caretaker minister had come, and also we had Hajia Gariba, who was recently appointed to that role. Now she has also been kicked out. So within this short period, we have had 4 people. Now we are putting Dakwa Newman there in injury time. And I can only imagine the kind of pressure it puts on Dakwa Newman. I can only imagine the kind of pressure it puts on Dakwa Newman. Then you have another person. I mean, we'll go to the names. Bring out Dr. Baumia's post for me, please. 20th of January 2016, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Reshuffles are normal with all governments. However, with the record of the current government and the current state of the Ghanaian economy, with its attendant hardship, what the people of Ghana desire is a reshuffling or change from amongst others. 1, the hardship that afflicts our people. 2, the unprecedented joblessness affecting the Ghanaian youth. 3, the astronomical increases in taxes, utility prices, and fuel. 4, the decline of agriculture and manufacturing. 5, the unprecedented corruption under the government. 6, the incompetent economic management of this government. The ongoing reshuffle appears to be one to do with winning an election rather than one aimed at addressing the challenges faced by Ghanaians. In this regard, I am convinced that the ongoing reshuffle by the president will be meaningless. Thankfully, the ultimate reshuffle will be done on November 7 by the people of Ghana. This was Vice President Baumia. This was what he said. Now, fast forward to this time and ask yourself what really has changed, because as part of the campaign, there was also the Hope campaign. What really has changed? Because clearly, some of the people who are being put up there, they are injury time players. We will have another encounter like we had at the AFCON. The coach must know the players, and the coach must be able to swap the players at the right time for the players to make an impact. If not, the change will be useless, as Dr. Baumia himself alluded to. So go to a place like the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. If that there was any time any presidential candidate and his vice president had any monstrous support from any industry, it would be from the arts and culture and tourism section. Which musician won't you mention? Kwabuna Kwabuna, KK Fosu, Lucky Mensa, Daddy Lumba, Sarkodie, Samini, Dada Hafko. Name them. Then you can come to the actors. Go to engineers, Fred Che, Mensa. Just name them off the cuff. The promises that were made to that sector alone, and that sector had also seen Catherine Afeku. We have not finished talking about Afrima and how much money we lost during Afrima. We have not finished talking about Barbara Otinjesi. We have not finished talking about Dr. Mohammed Awal. Now we have Andrew Ejapa Mesa there. So the ministry that had the most support, composed the best songs for Nana, all the artistry stuff that was put up there. We are playing Chaskele with the ministry. Not to say Bobo is not fit, Andrew Ejapa Mesa is not fit to be there. I'm just saying that what exactly have we been able to achieve with that ministry? We promised them studios across the country. How many of those studios have we built? We promised that we're going to set up the art fund. What have we done with it? We promised them that we're going to give them an ultramodern facility, at least one. What have we done with it? And these are manifesto promises. There was creative art for change. And yesterday, people were jubilating, Ken Ofori-Atta is gone, Ken Ofori-Atta is gone. Did he go anywhere? Listen to Franklin Kujo.
Johnny's
He says
Bite.
the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is to be appointed as the senior presidential advisor on the economy. He will also serve as the president's special envoy on international investment and the capital markets, according to Asasi news sources in the office of the president. Meaning he will be in charge of negotiating most big deals. He is now bigger than the Ministry of Finance. And if you want to remember Ken Ofori-Atta, show me that $12 million Ejapa deal. That was the deal that was botched. We didn't achieve anything with that deal. We ourselves said that it
Johnny's
was
Bite.
corruption-laden. Martin Amidu said that, please find me that Ejapa thing. Martin Amidu said that the president is the mother serpent of all corruption because of that corruption risk assessment he did. And we were told in Parliament that we love $12 million.
Johnny's Bite.
How much were we trying to raise with the e-levy? That today Dr. Baumia says he will come and abolish $12 million. Do the calculation on your own. On a deal that we made nothing. And I remember on this deal, we were told that we had a combined 80 years experience of Charles Edubuahin, Ken Ofori-Atta, Yao Safo-Mafo, and all the others. 80 years experience. You know who said that? Today, when you mention their names and you say a Japan deal, $12 million US. Oh. Can you imagine how many schools? And there are people dying at the renal department of Kolebu because at some point we owed them, we had to shut it down. We lost 19 people. There are still children sitting under trees. We have a problem. $12 million. What a fantastic way to protect the public purse. What an amazing way to give hope to the people. What an amazing way to encourage them to pay more taxes. What an amazing way to encourage them to still have hope and stick with us. What an amazing way.
Johnny's Bite.
For me, the last minute ministers who have come in, I feel sad for them. I feel very sad for them. HKC Prempeh, CDD, Prof.
Johnny's
He
Bite.
said he has retired from domestic economics. He's going global. You know, somebody also said that they had retired from domestic. Now, see, our think tanks, they are making mockery of the government and its actions. When we told the president to do a reshuffle, Engineer Kwabena Japan said even he is surprised because as a football person, he knows that the
Johnny's
football
Bite.
and substitution, it goes. It says this novel when I interviewed him. The president didn't listen to anybody. He didn't listen to anybody. Today now he is doing a reshuffle. Reshuffle for what? To achieve what? Because we will have elections very soon. We know that these individuals have interests. They will leave their positions to go and campaign either to retain their seats or to get on because most of the appointees have won their primaries. So what are we doing? And one would have thought that Nana Addo, as the oldest person who has ever aspired to be president, would have done differently. He would have done totally differently. He's the only one who got onto the presidency after he had turned 70. But he's doing the direct opposite. Have a good morning.